This KXLY4 News Morning Sprint is brought to you by Move Fitness Gyms.
It is 6:50. Time to get you ready to take on your Monday in the morning sprint.
Caroline Flynn is live at Mobius Science Center, where they have lots of ideas to keep your kids busy over spring break.
And Mark Peterson has his eye on some light rain headed our way.
But first, the top story of the weekend. Robert Mueller's findings have now been released. Attorney General William Barr sent a 4-page letter to Congress outlining the conclusions of the special counsel investigation. Barr writes that Mueller's team did not find the Trump campaign conspired or coordinated with Russia to influence the election. He also notes Mueller's report falls short of exonerating the president. This morning, Democrats are demanding the full report be released, while some Republicans and the president are considering the case closed.
Well, a man accused of severe child abuse in Spokane more than 2 years ago will finally go to trial today. It's a shocking story that had many of you outraged when we first reported it back in 2016. A 2-year-old girl was left with 4 broken bones, allegedly beaten by her mom's boyfriend, a man named Cedric Burton. He was babysitting the child when she was injured. Burton denies hurting her, but surveillance video shows the girl walking just fine when she leaves with Burton, but unable to stand when he brings her back. Burton has an extensive criminal history. He's now charged with first-degree assault of a child. His trial begins this morning and is expected to last several days.
All right, good morning, everybody. We're going to start our day with, again, some sunshine and about 38 degrees, increased clouds 54, and then our high today 60, above average. It's this system that's sitting off right into the Oregon coast, making its way into Washington slowly. That's going to come across our neck of the woods. This orange is thicker cloud cover. We're going to see that come over us later on this evening between 5 and 8 o'clock. Look for those rain showers to come in around midnight. Shouldn't be heavy rains, and it'll push out. But we could see some mountain snows. We'll have more on the extended outlook coming up.
It might be time to call your local tire shop and make an appointment to have your snow tires removed. This Sunday is the last day studded tires are allowed on Washington roads. Starting April 1st, drivers caught with them could have to pay a $136 fine. The rule applies to any vehicle driving in Washington, even visitors or those who drive across the state line to get to work. In Idaho, the removal deadline is April 30th.
The Kittitas police officer who was shot in the line of duty Wednesday night is now back at home. Officer Benito Chavez was airlifted to Seattle after he was seriously injured in a shootout. He had surgery for a shattered femur, but was released this past weekend. Kittitas County Deputy Ryan Thompson was killed in that shootout that injured Officer Chavez. Memorial services for Deputy Thompson have been planned for this Thursday at his alma mater, Central Washington University. That service will begin at 2 p.m. and will be open to the public. Deputy Thompson was 42. He spent 14 years in law enforcement. He had a wife and 3 children.
There are a lot of things in my state I'd like to have the whole country to be able to enjoy.
Washington's governor is on the campaign trail. Jay Inslee stopped by a Portland area electrical facility over the weekend as he campaigns on combating climate change and looking for renewable energy options. Inslee has now campaigned in Oregon, California, Iowa, and New Hampshire, among other states. In his stops around the country, he continues to use Washington as an example for the changes he'd like to see the entire country embrace.
Don't worry. All right, so much fun going on at Mobius this spring break. If you're a parent, you're going to want to become a kid again because there is just so much happening here, from amazing activities that get you making a boat, pretending to be an engineer, to, excuse me, to using a microscope and seeing what a tree looks like up close. They've also got an amazing new exhibit, a newer exhibit on preserving our forests. That's what you're looking at right now. This is all starting next Monday here for spring break, which a lot of our local schools will be having. They're going to be open that Monday, and visit and come enjoy with your kids.
KXLY Story Tracker, following what you're reading about on KXLY.com today. Many of you still concerned about another sex offender moving into the Spokane community. Morgan Heath was convicted in 2003 of sexually assaulting a 2-year-old girl. He was later convicted of sexually assaulting 2 13-year-old girls. Both incidents took place in Kitsap County, but Morgan was released here to this home on North Lincoln on Friday. It currently houses 8 other sex offenders.
And lots of you on social media worried about an avocado recall. A California company has recalled avocados sold in 6 states for listeria concerns. But don't worry, neither Washington nor Idaho is on that list. California and Arizona are the closest states affected.
Tonight, Spokane City Council members are expected to sign off on an ordinance that would bring Lime bikes and scooters back to Spokane. It would also change the city's helmet rules, making them not apply to people who are using that bike sharing service. Currently, anyone riding a bike or scooter is required to wear a helmet in the city of Spokane, but the majority of people who used Lime bikes and scooters during last year's trial did not wear helmets. The ordinance being considered tonight would keep the helmet rule in effect for anyone using their personal bike or anyone under 18.
Gonzaga Bulldogs punched their fifth straight ticket to the Sweet 16 Saturday. They're now the only college program in the country with that streak. The Zags are headed to Anaheim, where they'll take on the Florida State Seminoles Thursday. Their rematch is set to tip off just after 4 o'clock.
And the Gonzaga women went into the NCAA tournament shorthanded with 2 starting players out with injuries, but that didn't stop them from starting with a win. The Zags took down Little Rock Saturday afternoon, 51-68. They now move on to round 2, where they will face 4th-seeded Oregon State. Tip-off is tonight at 6 o'clock. The Gonzaga women will be up against a home crowd in Corvallis.
Coming up next on Good Morning America, it was 22 months in the making. It cost at least $25 million, and 500 witnesses were interviewed. Special counsel Bob Mueller's investigation is now over, and his findings have been released to the Attorney General.
It's a shame that our country had to go through this.
GMA continues to follow the reaction around the country from the Mueller investigation.
1,300 passengers and crew members on board a luxury cruise ship when strong winds and 26-foot waves caused chaos. The captain sent a mayday call, and rescue helicopters came to airlift passengers to safety.
Thank goodness it wasn't your cruise.
No, thank goodness. All right, here, thank goodness. If you're going to be out, you're going to see some light fog in some areas, none of it too dense, and things are looking pretty good. We're going to be warming up today to 60. We will see some clouds and rain showers coming in late tonight, early tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, we'll be back into the sunshine, 54, and then another round of rain on Thursday.
All right, Mark. Thanks so much.
Thanks for being with us. GMA starts right now. We'll see you throughout the morning.